You're somebody who wants to start investing and you're asking yourself, how can I start investing? All right. In today's video, I'm not just going to be telling you how to start investing, but I'm actually going to be showing you a few steps that you can take to get yourself investing in the stock market. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my computer screen with you. So that's where you can follow along with what I'm doing. So let's go. Starting investing is actually very simple. There's absolutely no excuse why somebody shouldn't be investing and building their own wealth. Literally, there's no excuse. The technology that exists today makes it so simple. So to build wealth, let me just first tell you what wealth is and what it isn't. Wealth is the things that you own that you can exchange for cash. Simple as that. So your income is not wealth, right? Your income, you might perceive it as wealth in the sense that it brings you money, but you cannot exchange your income for cash. What you can exchange are your skills, meaning the skills that you apply at your work. That is wealth. You can exchange that for income because you can sell your skills and somebody can pay you for them. But that's not obviously where it ends when it comes to making money. What you want to do is own things that you can one day potentially exchange for cash, or that can raise your net worth to a point that you can borrow loads of money and be able to use that money to expand your income even more. And so today, what I'm going to be showing you is the beginning steps of that process. And so it's very easy. There are three things that I'm going to show you. One is obviously just getting a brokerage account and looking at the other tools that you need. And two, I'm going to speak about what I call the beginner's cheat sheet strategy. Tongue twister there. Beginner's cheat sheet strategy. And then lastly, I'm going to speak about doing your own research. So let's get into step number one. Very easy. Get a brokerage account. What is a brokerage account? This is basically like a bank account, and I put bank account in inverted commas for your assets. The same way you put money in a bank account and store your money in a bank account, you use a brokerage account to store your listed assets being assets that are exchanged on a stock exchange, all right? So that are publicly traded. The best broker for you to start with is Easy Equities. Like, I'm not even going to mention all the others, though there are plenty of good brokers in South Africa, but just go for Easy Equities. It's the best place to start in the most simplest way. And once you have your Easy Equities account, you'll then be able to start investing. So the biggest decision that most people will have to decide is, do they want to invest as themselves, as an individual, or do they want to invest as a company? And Easy Equities allows you to invest as either yourself or as a company, or even both at the same time. That's actually what I do. So you'll then register an account for yourself, using your ID number, and then you might actually register a company. Simply just go to BizPortal, spend 175 rands, register a company, call it My Investment Company, whatever you're going to call it, register an account with Easy Equities, and then get started. And then once you have your Easy Equities account, this is when the fun really begins, all right, where you can now pick and choose whatever it is that you want to buy that's listed on various markets. Obviously, it's a South African company, so it has assets that are listed here in South Africa. It also has assets that are listed in the USA, Australia, and Europe, and Britain as well. And of course, they have Easy Properties, which is a nice way of getting into the property investing space. So this is the beginning tool that you need. Other tools that you might need might be research tools, such as using a platform like TradingView, where you can get financial data on companies. So basically financial statements, income statements, and various other information about companies, historical price history, etc. That way you truly get to understand the assets. And if all of this is sounding too much, don't worry, I'm going to simplify things a little bit in a moment. So those are just like the basic tools that you need. Brokerage accounts, obviously you probably already have a bank account. If you do choose to invest as a company, then you're going to need to have a bank account for that particular business in order for you to deposit money and withdraw money from Easy Equities. And then you're going to need a research tool, something like TradingView, and there's plenty others as well that you can find online. The difficult part for most people is here at number 2, where basically they have to do research and figure out what to do. This is the best part. So this is a strategy that I want to show you. It's the cheat sheet strategy, right? The beginner's method of slowly starting to get an idea of what's going on. If you're confused about what you should buy, guess what? There are actually ways where you can look at what other large institutions are actually doing. What are they doing to build wealth? What's in their funds? And so one of the best things that you can do is obviously look at the retirement side of things. That's if obviously you want to build wealth really slowly and you just want to see what retirement funds are potentially buying. And so Easy Equities has quite a few of them, and you can scroll through the list of the retirement funds that are here, a few of the assets that are here, and you can in fact see what is in them. So let's do that really quick. So I can pick something like Balanced Growth by Canon Assets, and I can go see what is in it. So I'm just waiting for the click to go through, and then I can scroll down and it will say see what's in this bundle. And then I can see the various assets that are in this bundle, pretty much mainly ETFs. Here's the nice thing. I can actually just copy this word, all right, and then paste it onto Google. So let me pick one that is interesting to me. So something like the Satrix Divi ETF, paste it onto Google, and then add the letters MDD, which stands for Minimum Disclosure Documents. Generally, if you type the name of the ETF and those letters, a PDF file will pop up. Then you'll be able to go into that PDF file and sort of see what is in the actual ETF. And so right here, I've got the Satrix 40 ETF, and I can go through this ETF and sort of see what is in it, what makes up this ETF. I can obviously get more details on this particular ETF directly from Satrix by going to the Satrix website. So if you've ever wondered, how do I get like high quality information, you can literally just use the Satrix website to sort of see what's in there in various ETFs. And so if I click here on constituents details, I can get a list of the shares that are invested in. And this gives me a start to sort of see, okay, cool, what should I be researching that other large funds might be interested in? Obviously, this is a top 40, and it's a very like easily defined thing where it's basically just the top 40 companies that are listed on the JSE. But some ETFs also have things like themes inside them. So for example, I can go see the Signia Fourth Industrial Revolution Global Equity Fund, which basically is a group of companies that are apparently obviously servicing the theme of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. And I'd want to find out what is in them. I'd want to find out, what companies has Signia been looking at. And I can already see the top 10 holdings of this particular ETF. And if anything here like sort of piques my interest, I might then go further and research these companies and buy them and buy the actual individual shares. Obviously, alternatively, you can just buy the ETFs themselves, read these fact sheets, and you'll sort of understand the way professionals think when it comes to investing, things that they speak about in terms of fund performance, market performance, what they think is going on right now in the economy, and of course the objectives of the fund, and of course most importantly the time horizon. This is something that's really big that catches a lot of people. A lot of people are short-term thinkers, so they want to make money like literally today, and they tend to not understand that building a portfolio can actually take a little bit of time, and actually making money from it can take at least a number of years to make some really solid returns. And if you're interested in wealth, then one would hope that you're interested in buying things and then actually holding on to those things that you've bought, provided that they remain good assets, and then adding onto those things that you've bought and continuously adding to your wealth by buying more things that are wealth producing. All right, so a very, very key step over there. So that's the cheat sheet. Just literally look at what's in ETFs, scroll around Easy Equities. There's a long list of ETFs on this particular platform, and you can sort of see like a long list of them, and you can literally go into every ETF and see what is in it. What is this fund actually based on? The same is true with the retirement products. You can actually see what is in each retirement bundle and various retirement fund to sort of see if maybe you want to structure your investments that way. Another neat trick that is actually here is you'll notice that they have these risk numbers, and you can go to Riskalyze and calculate your risk number, and then you'll be able to obviously see in terms of the funds that they have here, you'll be able to see what's your risk number, and then consider maybe copying that particular fund if it matches your risk number. Of course, do your own research. Make sure you do your own research. You can see these are the risk numbers, and you can just use something like Riskalyze to see what your potential risk number is and copy what's in the fund, instead of just only like having an RA and then investing in that fund through that. So that's something that you can do. And obviously, when you do that, you have the ability to pick and choose what should be in the fund. Maybe you don't like certain shares that the fund has, then you can choose the ones that you do like and go forth from there. That should give you some type of start as a beginner in terms of investing. So to recap, very simple: open up a brokerage account. You probably already have a bank account, so you don't need to probably do that. But if you want to invest as a business, then you're gonna have to register a company and get a business bank account for that company. And then after that, you're gonna register your brokerage account. It takes about 5 minutes to sign up on Easy Equities and about a day for them to verify your identity. After that process, you're probably going to be wondering, what should I be buying? Very, very simple. Just use the cheat sheet strategy. Literally go through the ETFs and various other assets that are on the platform that are bundles and see what's in them and slowly start copying what you find to be a good idea. And then lastly, most importantly, this is the most important step: do your own research. There are various tools in the market that will help you do research. As I've already mentioned, you can use something like TradingView that will sort of help you see a lot of the financial data of different companies around the world. So for example, I'm looking at Apple here and I can see their earnings history. I can see the dividends payouts. I can see income statements. I can switch over to balance sheet, cash flow, etc. I can obviously expand this and make it bigger and get more details. I'm just showing you a brief way. So these are just some of the tools that are there. There's also Google Finance for tracking your investments and obviously getting alerts on key information that pops up on Google that relates to your shares. That's another tool that you can actually use. But in essence, it is very, very simple to get started with investing and building your wealth. The process is simple. Open up a brokerage account, deposit some money, start buying some assets, ETFs, shares, individual shares. Buy up some bond ETFs, buy up some commodity ETFs, buy some currency ETFs, slowly start amassing a lot of wealth and increasing the value of the things that you own. Own things. That's probably one of the most important things in the world right now. Own things that are going to grow. That way you get richer and you get wealthier. And most importantly, you have something to pass on to your family or to share with your friends and loved ones. That's all I have for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Until then, goodbye.